Hey guys, Andrei here. Exciting news because tomorrow Facebook is set to make a huge announcement.
Senator, we run ads.
And they're finally entering the world of MySpace. I don't mean MySpace is in MySpace. I mean the world of finance. This is why it's so important for every one of us. Why it's important for every one of us to know. Also, I got a cool intro for this channel. Finally, this channel has an intro. Check it out. So what'd you guys think? Did you like it? Thumbs up if you did, and if you didn't, well, you're gonna be seeing a lot of it anyway. So this top secret project is called Libra. It's a cryptocurrency project, though I'm not sure why it's called Libra, but if you've seen The Social Network, you know by now that the Winklevi and the Zuck are competitors. And this is a fact. The Winklevoss twins own a cryptocurrency exchange called Gemini. So Mark decided to get real creative and call his Libra, because it's a battle of the zodiacs. Get it? That's a lie. I don't think that's why it's called Libra, but it makes sense in my head, so I'm just gonna go with it as fact from now on. So Facebook's Libra already has massive support from some of the biggest key players in the industry. Check this out. MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, Uber, Lyft, eBay, Stripe, Spotify. It's like, at this point, who's involved in this project? Yes, so everyone. And what's crazy is Facebook is charging each and every single member $10 million to participate in the network. Facebook can actually raise up to $1 billion from the 100 companies that it wants to include, and you can bet that's gonna have a positive effect on its stock price. Now, supposedly, all of these companies are going to be the governing nodes that get to decide upon the rules and the values of the network. So I'm guessing the way it's gonna work is majority votes. Whoever gets the majority votes gets to decide on the rules and the principles of the network. So by now, most of you guys already know that cryptocurrency is here to stay, and that Bitcoin is the main one. Now, some of you guys already know where I'm going with this, so I apologize for this in advance. It's now a Bitcoin. It's stupid. My friend Patrick and I made it. If you guys want to do this for all your friends and family, it's super easy. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can buy it. But in 2014, I actually bought Bitcoin myself. I bought 6 of them. And with that 6, believe it or not, here's what I bought. I bought this drone from DJI, the Phantom Professional, which I promptly crashed super fast. You guys can see this. There isn't even a camera on this thing anymore. It's just here, and I haven't turned it on in the last probably 4 or 5 years now. Yeah, it doesn't even turn on anymore. Now, at the time, that was worth $1,200. But of course, in retrospect, we know that at its peak, that's actually closer to $120,000.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So one thing you guys may not realize is that Libra is not a cryptocurrency at all. It's actually what's called a stablecoin. So let me quickly describe the differences between the two. A stablecoin is used to describe something that's meant to hold stable value. For example, USDT, Tether, is a crypto-based asset that's meant to hold value by pegging or attaching itself to the US dollar. So for every coin on the other side, you have just $1. And its main focus is to protect us from the volatility or the up and down price movement associated with moving money from one asset into another, usually trying to go from Bitcoin into the US dollar. So a quick example is if you became a Bitcoin millionaire overnight and you're thinking to yourself, great, I'm gonna cash out, I'm gonna buy my Lambo, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Well, not so fast, because by the time you sold all of your Bitcoin, well, that Bitcoin could crash, because it's gonna take you weeks, if not months and months and months of trying to sell your Bitcoin. And that's because cryptocurrency exchanges also wanna protect themselves. So they put what are called daily sell limits. So you can't exactly sell all of your Bitcoin into the dollar. Instead, what you can do is you can move your Bitcoin and all the $1 million that it's worth into something stable like Libra coin, and it's going to hold its value. And if the partners of this venture have anything to say about it, perhaps sometime in the future you can convert Bitcoin into Libra, and then you can pay for something like Uber or Spotify with that money. The trade-off is, of course, that we have to trust Facebook and affiliates and the node operators of the companies I just mentioned to not pull any shenanigans on us. In contrast, cryptocurrency was meant to solve the trust from a third party by making everything trustless and decentralized, by transferring value from one person to another without needing that trust at all. So that's the main difference between a crypto coin and a stable coin. So those are just some of the facts. Now here are some of my opinions about this and the pros and cons. Now Facebook has 2.4 billion active users around the world, which is huge. And I also think that's wonderful because they're trying to target people from developing countries whose currencies are less stable than ours. So for example, if you live in a place like Greece, or Turkey, or Venezuela, they print so much money for free, therefore devaluing the monetary value of their own citizens to the point where they're just broke. And that's what happens. And I'm sorry, but in my head, when I think about that, I just visualize a very vivid picture. And I'm gonna paraphrase here, so I'm sorry, but I just imagine it to look like this. How much more do we need? So I'm not saying that's how the government does it, but that's just how I see it. But what's hilarious is the value that gets added is actually worth less than the material that they print on. So in theory, well, I'm not saying you should do this, but you could theoretically take that money and just wipe your ass. So overall, I think if this is implemented well, this is going to be huge, not just for Facebook, but for the entire world. Because I'm of the opinion, and I don't care how we get there, whether it's with Bitcoin or fiat or some digital currency from a centralized source, I don't care, as long as we help those countries move out of poverty. And I can relate because I come from that place. I come from a country who's made poor economic decisions, and I really don't care how we get there. Even though I think relief efforts help, they're only temporary. I think the best way to do it is by empowering those countries and the citizens by giving them the financial foundations and tools of the first world. And that's how you're gonna bring them up to speed. That's how I would do it. But those countries could, of course, ban the entire effort outright. Looking at you, China, what's up? So here are some of my concerns though, and this tweet from Sarah Jamie Lewis summarizes it perfectly for me. This is my humor right here. Can't wait for a cryptocurrency with the ethics of Uber, the censorship resistance of PayPal, and the centralization of Visa, all tied together under the proven privacy of Facebook. That's hilarious to me, and that kind of ties everything together. But on a little bit of a deeper level, if you think about it, it might be a little unnecessary and redundant to have this Libra coin. Because if you think about it, I could send money to you already through Venmo or PayPal. Or why would I take the risk if I could just whip out my credit card or my debit card to pay for the same stuff? Unless they're super smart, and they are, because they're positioning themselves to be the middleman and integrating themselves as the bridge and the hub between two worlds. The hub between money as we know it and the entire crypto revolution. Because if you think about it, why chase a speculative asset like Bitcoin and its price when instead you can just build the bridge between the two worlds and then collect all the fees and laugh all the way to the bank as people pay you to transfer money from one source to another. That is genius, super smart. And no matter how you look at it, this move is going to have a positive effect on Bitcoin and crypto as a whole over time. It has to, because it's a bridge. Now it's gonna be a lot easier for people to move from Bitcoin into Libra, which then is going to allow us to pay for the bills that we pay anyway. So the easier it becomes, the more liquidity we have, inevitably that is going to push the value of Bitcoin higher and higher. Another concern of mine is regulation, and this entire video assumes that Facebook is going to be successful at creating this Libra coin, but who knows, maybe the regulators are gonna step in and say, no. But judging by the team from this Libra coin, there's no way that this is not gonna get off the ground, because just look at the players, and the lobby money behind this is huge. If they wanted to get this off the ground, they could if they want to. Unless The Federal Reserve steps in, doesn't like it, and says, "Nuh-uh, that is my territory, biatch." Privacy. That's another concern of mine because Facebook is already so powerful. It knows everything about us, and now Facebook and its affiliates, imagine the implications that this is gonna have on the advertisers when our information is gonna be sold even more. And I don't trust anybody with my information, but they already know the websites I visit. But you know what? If this is the price that we have to pay to make countries less poor, then I'm for it. I don't care. I think it's worth it. What do you guys think? Stay tuned to the announcement tomorrow. I think it's super important, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Why or why not? Comment below for the algorithm. Love you guys. See you very shortly. Enjoy the new outro. Peace. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, I'm not wearing any pants again.